So, how are you? John Gregory Vincent here. Obviously, we're doing much more online conferencing, meetings, things like that. Our company has been doing virtual work for 12 years. So for us, the realities of today are really not that much different. We do our training, we do our consulting, we do our coaching completely virtually now, but we've always done a large portion of our work virtually. It's occurred to me when I see and I talk to people struggling sort of with technology that they they think that they need like some crazy stuff, and frankly, you don't. Okay, um, this is a Zoom recording that I'm actually posting. Not on Zoom. Even that, people think, well, yeah, you can do a recording, but how do I share that with other people? You literally just record it, save it to your computer, download it, call it whatever you want, and now you have a perfectly MP4 recording. Um, it doesn't take a lot. I'm going to walk you through my entire setup here. What you'll see in my ear is this is just a Platonics, right? Legend earpiece same one I use with my iPhone. I connect audio here. I also always keep my iPhone with me though, because in case I have any audio issues, I can simply dial in, right? I can just dial in. I already have a headset in, but this is what I use to record. I can hear exactly what other people are hearing. So it works just like a headset and all those other fancy things that people spend a couple $100 for. It's not necessary. The webcam that I use a Logitech C922. It's about $100, maybe a little more than that. I don't ever use 1080 resolution. It's total overkill and it uses way too much bandwidth. I use 720. It works fine. So you get great audio out of something like this, out of a Platonics noise canceling. You don't need anything special. You don't need anything just for broadcast. As far as backgrounds go, hey, if you got a good place, fine. I like to use virtual backgrounds. That's what this is. It's just a virtual background. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. I'll come over here to my video settings, go to my virtual backgrounds, and we will simply make no background, and you'll see what's behind me is a green screen. Okay. Again, green screens, you don't need to spend $5,000 and have a full studio or something. Literally, you can go to your local little fabric store and you can just buy some green. Green is just a universal color that works really well to overlay a picture on top of. So all I'm doing is I'm putting a picture on top of my screen, and I go from a screen that looks like that to this. Okay. So you can do it without a green back sheet. You can see I'm moving way too much here, and I'm causing my camera to go, hey, what are you trying to do, buddy? But you're going to get some bleed over. You're going to get some weird things around your head. And if you try to hold up a book or something like this, it won't work. All right. It'll bleed through and so you definitely want a green screen, but all a green screen is a green piece of fabric. You can get it for $10. Get a remnant bolt if you want. And then you can load any picture you want. You can do skyscrapers. You can do a picture of whatever you want in the background, and you're completely set up here. Other things, you will see that I am not in a professional, well, you can't see, but I'm not in a professional studio, okay? I do have a full-blown studio, lights, cameras, all of that stuff, the fancy little umbrellas and all of that stuff. And yes, that does make but right now I'm literally sitting in a well-lit room, okay? And you want the light to be in front of you, and just a really strong overhead light in this particular room that I'm shooting in. Okay, with especially a good virtual background like this, you don't get shadows, you don't get casts, you don't get shadows on your face. You do have to be careful if you're using something that's front-lit like this. If you wear glasses, which I do on occasion, that you'll notice, right? You can actually, if I go up here, see how you can see, right? That can be distractive to people. So if you have to wear glasses, think of the source of the front light, and you might want to try to get more uplight, but you don't need a full-blown studio. It's nice if you got it, but you don't. So here's the basics. You have to have a good quality earpiece. I recommend one that you can literally hear what the people are hearing. I use a lot of music, a lot of other audio effects to engage my audiences. And I want to hear not what's coming through my computer. I want to hear what they're hearing. The best way to do that is something with an earpiece, and then something of high quality. I also make sure, though, that it's a great backup, because I can conduct whatever I need to do. If everything goes away and all I have is a cell signal, I can switch over and I can still do audio, right? I can email some things, or we can just talk through some things with clients or with a team meeting with our company. But I can't do anything without communication. So my backup is always a phone. I'm already set up for it because I have an earpiece in. And then the laptop, of course, yourself. You don't need any crazy laptop. I do have a new one, but I worked off of an over Lenovo IdeaPad, and now I have a Yoga that I work off of, a Lenovo Yoga. It's not beefed up. It doesn't have some crazy video card. It's just, I don't even know what it has, but it has what comes with it. You're always better off with a webcam. Again, I have that C922 webcam, which is a Logitech product, probably a little over $100, and my Playtronics Legend. I think it's called the PLT Legend or something like that, but it's a good quality noise canceling headset, and it works just fine for this. Virtual backgrounds, if you use something like Zoom, you're better off with a green screen, and then just put your picture behind you. And again, your green screen is a piece of fabric. Don't let people tell you it's otherwise. And as long as you have good lighting, you don't need a fancy studio, and you can run absolute top quality productions or top quality meetings or top quality just very simply at very little cost, frankly, to have a full-blown studio. All that other stuff looks cool and it looks nice, and I'm sure it helps in some way, and the cameras and the lighting and the fancy boom microphone with the pad in front of it and all of that stuff. I'm sure they all have a purpose. The pros use them. You know, I get it, but I'm saying for like 99.9% of us, whether we do it for a living, as I do, or you just need to run your team meeting virtually, you don't need to get crazy. So hopefully this was helpful to you. I'm going to stop the recording now, and there you go.